Good to see you. Nice to meet you.
Director General Department.
So how are you?
Fine, sir.
I'm Grisa. We met before.
So we did. I think the election is the report of the EU Election Observation Monitor, the final report. So, wearing your political hat, I offer this to you. There's some interesting recommendations, and since you are part of the government engaged in electoral reform, I hope that you'll be able to consider some of the recommendations that are made there and build them into the electoral reform that your government is embarked upon.
Priority in
But anyway, you didn't invite me to discuss parliamentary reform. I suspect. Although I'm delighted to.
discussing that.
How is fisheries going?
Yeah, now it's okay. We are ready to give a recommendation up to time. We are doing that.
See.
We are very seriously taking the recommendations made by the EU to lift the fish ban.
Yeah.
And we have, I think, done a lot as a small country within a very short period, because this is a very important area for the sector as well as for the government. So, Honorable Minister is always requesting us to attend to the work very fast and properly, so that the upcoming EU delegation can be very briefed about what the progress we have made. And,
We are discussing anytime, Parliament, Cabinet, also some committees, appointing President, the committee and Prime Minister proposed to committee, some recommendation.
Very good. Like you, I'm looking forward to the visit next month of my colleagues from DG Maritime Affairs in Brussels. Indeed, it's a very important mission. Of course, they have been receiving your progress reports, so there is a lot that they already know. But I'm sure that they will have questions. Maybe there are points to be clarified, and they will certainly be discussing, particularly with you, Minister, issues of remaining things still to be done and commitments from your side to finish the job, as it were. The issues are very technical, as you know, so we will await that technical discussion with them. But let's hope that things are going in the right direction. I know that you have had a strong coordinating committee established, chaired by the Prime Minister's office. Is that committee still meeting every week?
Every week.
Very good. Does it meet every week or every 2 weeks?
Once in every 2 weeks earlier, but they have now, we are meeting every week.
Okay.
And again, next week we are going to meet. And closer to the date of their arrival, I think we will have to meet many times to close the gaps. So.
Right. Okay.
We are ready to small presentation. I think first.
Yes, but just before leaving, the point that I would want to make very strongly is that I think the work of that committee is crucial and has been crucial, and let's hope that the progress that has been made is impressing my colleagues from Brussels and so on. But the Prime Minister's office had the kindness and the generosity to invite me to one of the meetings. I think it was in May or April, May, I think it was May. and I found that extremely interesting. But one of the key things that I was struck by was the very wide range of different stakeholders
Yes.
that needed to be involved.
Yeah.
And I think that was probably a new element. And it was important that the Prime Minister's office took a grip on it, given the range of the other actors that were involved. Because it's not just a fisheries thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
true.
is how the Prime Minister's Steering Committee as well as the Economic Subcommittee on Economic Affairs, which is chaired by the Honourable Prime Minister,
Yeah.
where our Minister also invited,
Very
they
good.
took a serious concern and they invited all the stakeholders,
Yes.
like the exporters, exporters,
All
yeah.
Yeah, but also the Coast Guard,
Yeah,
the
Coast
Navy,
Guard,
the
Coast Guard,
telecommunications
Navy,
people, I mean,
defense.
these are
Fisheries
the
community,
fisheries
yeah,
leaders,
communities.
community leaders,
And the Harbour
all are-
Corporation, the Fisheries Department, all were invited.
very good.
And they try to resolve the pressing issues then and there, because there are certain delays, in fact, when implementing, and the Prime Minister's Committee with the ministers, Minister also invited, and Minister was asked to straight away work with the officials of the ministry and to expedite the matters.
All these stakeholders are involved and their views have been taken into consideration. At the same time, our priority is to address all those issues affecting the fishing industry. So that's how it has been planned, and the committee meetings are conducted, and most of the stakeholders present in all those meetings. And on the ground, the DG Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, he is dealing with all the stakeholders, reporting to the Secretary and the Honourable Minister, and their work will be reviewed by the Prime Minister's office. It's really working very well.
Very good. Very good. I'm delighted to hear that. Minister, thank you very much
Yeah,
for
thank
receiving
you.
me before.
He will also
I
join
didn't
us
prepare
for a few
some-
minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Well,
also.